Friends and family, thank you so much for being here to celebrate John and Sherilyn on their special day. When I first saw John and Sherilyn together, they were like two giddy kids on a Christmas morning, and I knew they were destined to be together. We are excited to raise our glasses to honor their devotion, love, and unity on the beautiful journey they embark upon together. Here's to a lifetime of happiness, love, and laughter for John and Sherilyn. Cheers.
Hello, good evening, everybody. Hi, my name is Anna Hensley, and I'm the matron of honor, and also one of Sherilyn's closest friends. For the past 30 years, I've seen Sherilyn prioritize everyone else's happiness above her own, and today we get to honor hers. I'm amazed at Sherilyn's great capacity for loving and caring. After all, she was a hospice nurse for several years, and it takes a special kind of person to love and care for a perfect stranger in their last days. Sherilyn is also very brave. She's been a single mother to a fabulous son, Gabriel, and also, for fun, she jumps out of perfectly good airplanes. Who does that? She's also extremely independent. And John, it's hard to love an independent woman. Independent women can do whatever without having to rely on anyone else. So if Sherilyn chose you to be in her life, it's because you add value. So all you need to do is love her and love her well. Some of you may know that John, Sherilyn, and I went to high school together, Goose Creek High School. And John and Sherilyn dated for a minute back in the day, but as fate would have it, John moved away, and they went their own separate ways, and life carried them through many different places. But it wasn't too long ago that Sherilyn said to me, "Hey, Anna, you wouldn't guess who I ran into the other day." John Arrigo, do you remember him? And that started this relationship. And what this relationship reminds me of is of a Chinese legend. Chinese legend has it that it's called the red thread of fate. Each one of us is bound together through an invisible red thread. No matter time, circumstance, or place, these two individuals were meant to be together. This thread may stretch and tangle, but never break. So I truly believe that John and Sherilyn have been bound by this red thread. So today, I wish you two much happiness and everlasting love. We toast to you, Sherilyn and John.
What do you want to know about John? All right. So, key points: basketball, cars, shoes. We're guys. There's nothing any more deeper than those subjects. All right, so let's go through a little timeline. I am 6 years older than John, and we had another guy named Anthony. Anthony is my age as well. He's 50. But John came into our life when he was in very here, y'all, here. And just think, we were in middle school, so he's always 6 years behind us. And but he would play basketball with us, and so that was our knit right there. That was where our refuge was. Minriv, daily, every day, anytime, we're playing ball. And me and Anthony would play, and John would have to be our fifth man because no one's going to pick the little man. But John, through the years, you were always valuable to us because you were there, and you were just part of the group that we can depend on. We need 5 guys to play. John is part of 5, but John started getting taller. I know me and Anthony, we already hit that stage, and we maxed out 6 foot, 6'1", and here this guy comes in at 6'4", and we share the same equivalent of Filipino bloodline and whatever is mixed in there, and we're like thinking. I look at my mom; she's only 5'1". I said, "Mom, what happened?" So, all right, enough of that part. Let me just so the qualities of John, from a guy's point of view, is he's just being there, being present. When you need him, he's present. That's it. Who cares about yesterday? Who knows what tomorrow may bring? When you have that friend who's just there, that is nothing but of value. And it's hard to go looking anywhere else. You can have a quantity of friends, but do you have the quality of friends? And I'd find that in him. And we speak daily. We speak, well, if not daily, if maybe every other day, but we're constant with one another, and it's been good. And I'm glad to be part of this wedding ceremony. It's nothing but honorable to be asked to be a best man. Imagine, of all the people that you do know, he selected me, and I am honored. So if there's any comedy here, and I'll have to share it with you, a story from the Philippines. And oh boy, I have a lot of dirt that we can. We're guys. Well, I think one of the worst ones and funniest ones we had is, I remember in the Philippines you have a driver. By the way, it's not because you're so rich. It's just a lifestyle. I had my driver. He dropped me off at John's place, and John had his driver. But this day, we were determined to drive on our own. I wouldn't drive. John had the guts. We told our driver, he told his driver, he said, "Look, you need to stay home." Okay? We took the keys, and we took off. And we just went Galabantin. Everybody know what Galabantin is? Right? You know? That's English, right? Or is that Tagalog? The way it sounds, I swear it's Tagalog, but I think it's an American word. But that's what we did. We did things that were just, in anyone else's perspective, it's just nonsense. But truly, it was just time spent, and it was very good. So, if I may ask you guys to raise your glasses again and toast to the bride and groom.